But today I wanted to bring one of our beautiful Busy Mums and one of our new ambassadors onto the Busy Mum page to share Steph's story, and hope that it will inspire you as a busy mum to take action. This program was designed by a busy mum for busy mums, but more so this program is about my busy mums. They inspire me, and we've got an incredible community, of mums who are choosing to take action. And I'd like to welcome Steph. But Steph, just give us a little insight into who you were and how you felt before you joined the Busy Mum program.
So I've recently had my third baby. He's now just about 8 months old. I felt like I completely lost myself throughout the, I guess, from having my first son through to my third son. I was quite a serious triathlete prior to having children, and therefore I felt like I had an identity, and there was also probably an expectation of what I would look like and all of that sort of stuff when I was pregnant and post baby and all of that. After my first, I managed to get back into competing, and that was great, and I really enjoyed it. But then after my when I was pregnant with my second and third, it didn't happen. I didn't have time. I was working a lot. I was very, very stressed, and just trying to juggle a lot of things at once. I was one of those people that you get pregnant and see some people have got a beautiful little bump and nothing extra, and then other people, I was one of them. I just put on weight. I felt awful. I hated every minute of the pregnancy. I had complications as well, which didn't help. I had preeclampsia for all of them, which sucked, and meant always swollen and all of that sort of stuff. And it actually got worse post baby. So I was not in a good way. It sent me into postnatal depression for definitely two of my second and third, and it was just not a very pleasant time. So I knew I needed to do something, and I found actually one of my friends had done the 8-week program, Busy Mums program, and she had amazing results, and she looked and felt great, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to give this a crack. So I started it in November just last year, and it was the best thing I could have done. I've lost quite a lot of weight, which I've still got more to go, but it's actually for me more about body composition and confidence and feeling, regaining the identity I want to have, and be the person I can be and feel good about myself, as opposed to constantly probably judging myself and putting myself down. So yeah.
And I think a lot of mums do that, after you have kids, you just want to feel good and have that body confidence. And I understand what you also said, when you have even been an athlete, or you have been fit before kids, you kind of want to get back there, but when you've got 10, 15, 20 kgs to lose, it can all sort of come crumbling down. And many mums do suffer from postnatal depression. The rate is at, I think, about 60%. So they're all very common situations that are going on. And what did you find worked for you best on the program during the 8 weeks?
I loved having structure. I'm somebody that needs a lot of structure. So having a set meal plan really, really helped me. I'm like a dog with a bone. If I really want something and I really want to achieve something, then I will. So having that meal plan meant that I followed it to a T, and that I knew that it was what I was putting in my mouth that was my issue. It wasn't the exercise, because I've been doing that. I continued to do that, and have just modified what I needed to. So it was all about the food, and that really, really helped me. And the fact that everything is so easy. All of the meals, they're so easy to prepare. It's so logical that, you know, you dinner the night before and you make enough for your lunch the next day, so you don't have to worry about meal prep for finding time to make your lunch. You know, when you're a busy mum, that can actually be really quite hard, and so often, you know, it's easy to skip lunch and then you find yourself snacking on things that you shouldn't do later in the day because you haven't had the protein and so forth that you need at lunchtime. So basic things like that were amazing. But the other thing was having the community and having everybody else that was doing it at the same time, along with the coach, was just fantastic. Everybody was really honest and made sure they were keeping accountable and you know, logging every day what they'd been doing and eating, and if they'd had a slip up or if I'd had a slip up, you'd be honest about that. And then you'd get back on the horse and carry on. And it was great having the coach, especially to, I think it was nearly every day, if not every second day, she was putting things up for us to, like challenges or just reminders, or, you know, kicks up the butt if we needed it. You know, it was great. It really helped.
And I think having a coach is important. Like, you know, when I created this program 8 years ago, I know that the reason I got to where I got to is because I always had a coach, and I really felt as though, you know, having that structure and having that support, because the success rate of someone doing it by themselves is quite low. But the success rate of having someone, and especially, you know, someone that understands is really important. And that kind of leads me on to, you know, something that, you know, we are about, a community and sharing and inspiration. I mean, you guys are my inspiration, but, you know, there are so many mums out there suffering and in that same boat, like what you were before the program. What could you say to that mum right now to inspire them, or to, you know, just to give them that hope? What would you say to them?
I would say you've just got to bite the bullet and do it.
It's
so easy to make it it's so easy to put it off and say, I'll wait, you know, I'll make this change before it happens, or I'll wait until baby is so and so, you know, X number of months or years old or whatever. You've actually got to prioritize yourself and your own health and well-being to be the best mum you can be. And I realized that I was a grumpy, shouty, not fun mum, and it was having an impact on the whole family, and that was purely my issues. So I knew that I needed to put myself first, get into this program, and that would be where the changes would be made and our whole family would benefit from it. So I would definitely say, just do it now. There's no point in waiting, because you're not going to regret it. There's no point in saying, you know, I'm going to have one last binge weekend or one last binge month or anything like that. It's not worth it. No, you just got to get on and do it now.
And then that's the habits that you're going to create. I mean, everything in life is habitual, the good, the bad, the ugly, and nothing that, you know, what we do or what we say is rocket science. As you say, it's just logical things, but to keep that logic in a busy mum life can be challenging. But it's that decision that you make every morning that you wake up to, okay, well, I'm going to do better today. I'm going to choose to, you know, eat healthier. You know, and I really hope that, you know, this inspires those mums out there who are on the fence, or not really on the fence, but some mums can be and feel that way for many years before they do something, because it's always their excuses that come up. And, you know, I have heard so many excuses in the last 10 years. I just kind of roll my eyes at them now, because I do know, after seeing so many busy mums of all shapes, sizes, ages, you know, and I just want to, thank you today, Steph, for coming on here and sharing your story, because it's only through, you know, you guys that, you know, we move forward and we show other mums, busy mums, and you're definitely a busy mum with 3 kids and a baby, that it can be done, and it's not done, it's done at a pace for a busy mum as well, I think. But thank you for being part of this, and thank you for sharing your journey, and hopefully today it reaches more people.
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome.
All right. Thanks, lovely. All right. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.